Hey guys, Hazel here, your sister from another mister. So tonight we are going to talk about overthinking. So I am looking at my painting last night. I started finger painting because my trickster mind started to make excuses. So I'm like, you know what? Let's not do this any longer. And I am also holding these two new stuff that I bought a while ago. This is such an adorable piece of watercolor. How cute! Under $1. Okay, this one 64 pieces. Why? Because it's my favorite number. In fact, it's the number of my house. Anywho, both here in Canada. Anyways, so okay, stop overthinking and let us make art great again. Let me repeat, my friend. Stop overthinking and start making art great again and having fun during the messy, crazy, delulu kind of way. You feel me? So grab your favorite drink, your tea, your water, and let's talk. Like when we were just little children. I don't know what is happening, but I have been talking to thousands of people since I started my blog. It was called Positive Chick. And I started to question my not my worth. I started to question, this was way back 2013. I started to ask myself when I was in the bedroom. At the time, my ex-boyfriend was playing hockey. So I was at home staring at the ceiling, at the walls in the bedroom, and started to meditate and started to ask questions. I was like, what are my natural gifts that comes to me very easily? I don't even have to sweat. So then it was it was very quiet, right? I was all alone in the house. And I said to myself, when I was young, I had so many peers of mine, my schoolmates, classmates, come to me and started asking advice. They have questions and stuff. And the old soul that I am, I would give them my, I don't know. I would just give them whatever comes to mind at that time. And we are talking about elementary years, we're talking about high school years, in college. So, meaning your soul already knows the game. However, apparently, we all came here. Okay, picture this. So, before you came down to earth, level with me. I know this is a little bit out there, out left field. Just hear me out. Before you came down to planet Earth, the Harvard of craziness, to evolve, you decided to choose your life, including the good, the bad, and the painful stuff, and the people or the souls that you are going to play with. Remember, this is a very fun, complex, sometimes I want to pull kind of, you want to pull your hair kind of game, right? And if you are like me, who thought that, okay, I'm going to go to college, I'm going to finish this degree. I finished public administration because my first choice was to be a nurse, but my entrance exam score missed a little bit, so I wasn't accepted to the nursing school. And it was very devastating. We're talking about 15 years old here. So it was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? And at that time, the guidance counselors, they're not really, sorry, useful. They were not like, they're very bureaucratic, just whatever. Anywho, so let me go back to asking myself, because the reason why I was asking myself at that time, because I was drowning in my own crap. The negative thoughts, the negative thinking, the victimhood. I didn't even know that everything is coming to a head. So I asked myself, what can I bring to this planet? If I came here and chose this life, what would I do? So I said, oh yeah, when you were young, you were very positive. On the outside, I was very positive. I was very optimistic. I took on so many events at school, church, everywhere. I just wanted to fill my days with busy work and busy stuff and extracurricular activities, because there is a huge hole in my heart that something is off. Something is off. I don't have the words. I don't know how to articulate it. I was just mad. So, anyways, I was like, okay, wait a minute. And at that time, I was probably in my early 30s. And so I was like, okay, I'm not a girl anymore. There's still that girl inside of you. She's actually running the show from time to time. In fact, she runs the show in terms of your creativity. Yes. Anyway, so I said, okay, I'm not a girl anymore because I'm in my 30s, whatever. And so, okay, so what am I gonna do? Okay, you're not gonna be, because I was like already thinking of buying the the website. What is the name? Help me in the comment section below. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you. Anyways, so I was like, domain name. Thank you very much. So I was like, positive girl, nah, not really. How about gal? That's too formal. Okay, what else, Hazel? So I said, wait a minute. I'm in my 30s, right? So, okay, if I'm not a girl, not so much a girl anymore, or woman too proper or something, I want to be in the, how do you call it? I wanted to be in the middle. I wanted to be a bridge. So out of the blue, I just go, oh, positive chick. And that's when I gave birth to Positive Chick, the blog. So since then, it really changed the trajectory of my life, honestly, because from then on, my ex, he's so nice. He felt like I needed a change, so he gave me a ticket to see Oprah speak in downtown Montreal at the Bell Center. So that was when I started to really, oh my God, look inside myself, look within and say, damn, I've got work to do. And from there, I mean, the unraveling of my life that I used to dream of or felt like that was it started to unravel year after year after year. I went down this Alice in the Wonderland kind of unraveling. It went up and then downhill. And I became a certified life coach in, wait, in 2015, I went to LA. I lost weight. I was at the prime of my life. I said, damn, man, I am going to change my life and help others. Little did I know that becoming my own positive chick, becoming my own coach, was the preparation of the work that I'm about to do. Look, I am not here to save the world. I just remember that I really came here, you came here at this time to share your heart, your soul. And all my life, I suppressed my emotions. I suppressed my creativity. I hid it. And again, I was bullied, right? This is the story of the victimhood and the negative stuff that happened to me. There were so many small traumas, the big traumas, the big T traumas. So it's like we're not going to like hash out every one of them. But I am at this place now where I felt like, oh, wait a minute. I looked at my resumes and the things that I have done. I have done a lot. You have done a lot too. So I am your sister, right? From another mister. And we're here to talk about what is holding us back. What is holding you back? And I am just gonna reveal this. This is the revelation now. And thank you for staying here with me. I'm pretty sure you can relate from time to time, maybe. My story may be not as dramatic or okay, I'm not gonna dismiss it. I'm sorry, my little kiddo. What I'm trying to share here is I came into this space wanting to just be of service. Oh my god. Okay. I wasn't feeling this. Okay, this is not about dumping anything. It's just really me being human talking to another human on camera. Okay. Anyway, so I instantly realized that I was following a path that was conditioned or brainwashed for me to follow by well meaning adults, my parents, because they really, all I remembered of them saying was like, we don't have a lot of money and all that stuff, but all we want for you guys is to have a very good education. And I remember that there were so many books in my younger years. We have all the books that I could think of. And that's probably why my imagination was really amazing. And if you're a Gen Xer, say hello, because we didn't have social media at that time. There was nothing but books and texts, right? And I was very privileged too because all some of my baby books, or let's say childhood children's books, they have this amazing color. And so if I could tie this up to why am I overthinking so much when, like you have done so many things and lived experience in your freaking life. And then when you're going to the canvas and paint, or maybe, doodle or use your sketchbooks, there is something still that is holding you back. What the hell is this? Look, I don't know, right? I don't know for you. But for me, it's about fear. The fear of judgment. Oh my God, what would people think? Is she losing her mind? She went to school for that, and then now she's playing and she's painting and just being the Lulu on the internet. Anyway, I don't know what's going on, guys, but what I feel from my soul, soul to soul, and the downloads that I am quietly getting, and I was afraid to even share my spirituality before. This is not about religion. It's about me when I had, oh my God, in 2021, I feel like during those, years where we had COVID, I had a near death experience. I didn't want to share it with people because I was like, nobody would listen to me. And again, that subconscious fear of I would be judged is running the freaking show. And the shame, the the fear of rejection, all this bullshit limiting beliefs that stopped me from really creating the life that I wanted. What is that life that you wanted for you? What is your inner child's imagination, the grand, crazy, delusional dream while you are still here on earth? Because truth be told, I'm not planning to cry. It just came out. So, anyways, let's just process this. And this is in real time. This is not acting either. So I was like, God, here's my life. If you have given me this second chance to live, I'm not gonna follow the old path, the selfish ways, the me all the time. And I felt like there's a shift. I don't know about you. Again, let me know in the comment section below. After my surgery, I had this major surgery way back in 2024 because I had this severe issues with anemia, but I also had this growth in my reproductive system that they really have to remove that stuff because it almost killed me. So, anyways, I was like, God, if you are going to give me this second chance to live, well, what I wanted to become or do is to play, have fun, feel the joy, just pain. Because when I was in so much pain, we're talking about level 10 kind of pain. Oh my God. Control your emotions, my dear. Painting saved me. Bob Ross was there. I was listening to this dude like 24/7 because I was hanging on to his positivity. When you're in pain, you're sick in bed, and I couldn't work. I don't even know. There were moments actually where I felt like maybe this is the end. Or there were even days where I felt like, can you just make this end? Or can you just make it go away? And if it's not gonna go away, can I just disappear from this planet? That's how severe that was. And for me to be sharing my testimony with you is such an honor. It's a privilege because I think the reason why I am coming out into the open now is that it's fucking time. It's time because um it's been a good decade or so. Well, in my conscious awareness in terms of healing that part of me that was really afraid. And I was like, wait a minute. What are you afraid of? You're afraid that people would mock you, those strangers on the internet that we call trolls. they're strangers. They don't know your story. They don't know who you are. And but we've already seen the disastrous effect of online bullying. Well, I was bullied too. So, you know, that affects your nervous system. And to be in this platform where people can just say whatever they want whenever they want and just make you feel like crap, it's not a good feeling, right? So, if you're an overthinker, it's not your fault, by the way. This is your nervous system and your brain when at a young age went through a very painful experience, has to rewire, right? Like there is this natural or normal way of wiring, firing and wiring, and there is also the arrested development when you're in fight or flight or people pleasing or shutting down. And we are now in this era where we as women and men are called to shed all the stories, limiting beliefs, excuses, bullshit stuff that is holding us back and creating this prison in our mind and in our hearts that we're like, wait a minute. Do we want to continue the story over and over again until we're going to exit this game? Or can I choose things differently now in 2026? Nobody is telling you that it's going to be an easy ride. Or what if it could be an easy ride? Again, we control what is happening here. And also we have to control, like that's why when I feel agitated or when there's anxiety welling up in my system, I would say, wow, this is interesting. What's the lesson that I'm trying to get from here? Or what experience would this be, um, in terms of me evolving to into a better version of myself and remembering who I am before the trauma, before the drama, before the abuse, before the bullying, before anything else, before abandoning my creativity. So, did you feel me? And look at this. It's so hilarious because it's like, okay, 64 crayons, but this is for 3 years old plus. So there is that 3 year old self, 4 year old, 5, 6, 7 year old self inside of you that is whispering, at first, whispering, right? And then maybe screaming a little bit just to get your attention. And in my case, because I kept abandoning myself and just I refused to hold a crayon or do anything creative because my goal was to make money, to work, to travel, that my body couldn't take the pretending, um, or the ignoring my. I was running away from the pain too. I didn't even know up until I had proper help. I had therapy, and the best therapy that I have received in terms of man-made, um, modalities is definitely art. And this is the very reason why I am freaking passionate to support you to stop overthinking and make art great again. That's it. Because that is for me too. I am scared and excited at the same time. Both can coexist. I feel sad and grieving the parts of me that I have to let go of. And when you choose your dream, When you become bodacious and audacious and courageous, that also means a lot of goodbyes. Your old story, your old um, way of thinking, being, doing, and people you thought will be there for you in during this journey. Apparently not, and that sucks a lot. So if you are like me, who went through hell and back, well, welcome to the club, my sister and brother. So here you go. Please stop overthinking and make art great again. Can we gather around the fire right now, this imaginary fire right now in the internet, and say, yes, we can do this together? And this is the very reason why I am showing up for my YouTube channel. It's going to be 6 years in February. And okay, I'm not monetized. I I don't have a lot of viewership, but in my mind, my prayer is, if there's one soul that I could touch, I could reach out or support or encourage, it would be amazing, because from my heart to yours, when I was going through my own stuff, at first, from the early spiritual awakening, and when pain and sickness came into my physical reality, I felt so lost and alone, up until I started to look for the like minded people who would be very, very helpful during my remembering. So let me know in the comment section below. There is a part of me really that wanted to teach. I just have to wait for the proper time. I know it's gonna come this year. I have to declare that. And so, what if your overthinking mind is just trying to protect you, because you're going to be great, because you're already great, and that you are going to do something that you and your inner child, your little self, would be very, very proud of in 2026 and beyond. And the world is also changing. We are coming into this consciousness in the planet where we're tired of fakery. The AI, the too perfect, too beautiful. Listen, man, I would love to look like that too. Like the Angelina kind of look, pretty and whatever. But I'm like, but I am not Angelina. I'm Hazel, and you're you. So, what are we gonna do? Well, meditate, be very deliberate in that awkward time of silence, and then maybe, just maybe, if you allow your heart to open, you will be surprised. And plus, aren't we all just the vessel of God? Even if you don't believe in God, there is a higher power. When I look at the anatomy of my body, I'm amazed. The systems that is helping us walk, talk, move, pee, the whole 9 yards. So maybe if I am here to kind of like tickle your fancy, or let's imagine, like, look at this, how cute this is. And I am looking forward to buying that magnetic one. It's a cutie. I think the one who created that is based in Russia. I'm not sure, but for now I'm just gonna enjoy this little cutie one. I'm sure this is made in China. Anywho, it doesn't matter, right? As long as you are going to create something. I'm going to share something in here too. I still have to color that. Isn't this a cutie? Oh my god. Whatever, let your heart go crazy and just paint and just do the color, or just let's just do this, shall we? I was even upset why, because I thought it was a bigger one, and I'm like, why are they sending me this? Whatever. I'm actually falling in love with the cuteness of this love. So I don't know, guys. You tell me in the comment section below, okay? And if you're still watching, well, I love you. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for witnessing me in my crazy moment of emotional being human. Oh, God. There you go. So please stop overthinking and promise your inner child, your future self, your queen, your king within that you got this. Let's paint that town red, okay? And paint it from a place of curiosity. Place it, sorry, paint it from a place of, oh my God, what was I doing when I was like 4 or 5? I was just doing whatever, right? Again, just crayons. This one, I remember this. I remember my watercolor days was when I was like 10, 11, 12. That. So there you go. I thank you so much for watching. I feel so good that I'm able to kind of like share this part of me, because I am so grateful and happy that I'm able to kind of like just release it to the ethers and say, hey, it's not about me. What if there's somebody who is asking for me to kind of share the story, and maybe you can relate to my story? And even if you couldn't relate, maybe you can share this with a friend or someone who might need this at this time. That's all. All right, you take care, guys. Let me know in the comment section below, and I promise you, I promise myself to do this imperfectly and messy. It's okay to create messy, ugly art, whatever that means. Because from my point of view, we're just going to have fun from this point on. Okay? Love you guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.